I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town.
Hey guys, this is Turfakaboon, and this is a guide to solo wins in Blackout. Let's first off say that fundamentally, I know that's a big word, but fundamentally, these tips are going to be for solos. Even though I am playing duo no-fill, these tips are going to be for if you are going to play solo, at least more towards that. And I might make some other videos for duos. So let's get started in the tips, and probably a big tip or a big thing that I would say is if people ask, oh, what do you do if you get shot in the back? How do you react fast? Then again, that question has many answers. It has, do you have any equipment on? Is there any cover in the background? Like, is there people moving around? Like, how many people are around you? Every sort of little factor, like what guns you have. Do you have close range? Do you have long range? Like, all these small little factors are going to be what kind of make or break your situation. Like, if there's a, say, for example, there is a building beside you that you can quickly run into real quick. Or if you don't have that building, can you turn around really quickly and try to drop shot them? Or just little factors like this can make or break the situation, depending if you're on middle game, whatever point in the game you're at. These tips are going to make or break if you win that gunfight or if you lose it. And sometimes it could be the determining if you get second or first place. Tips like placing a trophy system when you're healing to prevent people from nading you as you're healing up are all going to minimize the RNG factors, so you're going to be able to play in the late game without dying to stupid shit, as I would say, in the early game. Tips that will help the movement factors and if you're going to be able to get seen or not is if you use a silencer. And many people will be like, oh, well, like, I would rather get extended mags. But especially in solos, you only are going to find about one person. And if there's going to be more than one person, they're not going to be in front of you that you're going to need that much bullets. They're more likely going to be behind you or hiding in trees or whatever. So if you use a silencer, you're going to be able to take out the person, reload, and then the people around you won't be able to see you as much or hear you as much. So then you're going to be able to reload, assess the situation, and then kill them instead of having more mags, which they would know where you are and probably come after you. After every kill, you want to move to a new location. This will prevent enemies from knowing where you are and for you not to be predictable. If you move to a new location, the enemies will be confused and they will go to the location which you are, especially if you don't have that silencer from previous tip. You will get absolutely wrecked and shredded on because they'll have the one-up on you since they already know where you're shooting from. A huge tip that I didn't find out, but that I found out from someone else, is that late game, Stalker and Dead Silence are a must. Because a lot of people aren't talking to each other. You can hear them a lot more since, like, you don't have to hear a bitchy and whiny teammate. Or, like, if you just don't want to hear your stupid friend, then I guess you can put Stalker and Dead Silence on and just have, like, a way bigger advantage than a person that doesn't have it. Like, just huge. And I've definitely started to realize that even in multiplayer. The next tip I have for you guys is that you want to drop at unnamed locations. And what I mean by unnamed locations is I'll put a screenshot of the map probably on the screen somewhere about now. And as you see on the map, there is multiple places that don't have any names. Ergo, why the fuck it's called an unnamed location. You want to drop there because there's going to be less people and less busy, and more likely that you're going to make it out of the early game and again to the later game and to that victory royale that you've always dreamed of. Now that you actually listened to my tip and are landing at unnamed locations, you should let the circle dictate where that unnamed location is going to be. Of course, at the start, you can, if you always want to warm up, just go to the busiest places, go to all the named locations, try to get into all fights and just warm up that way. But if you actually want to win, land at those unnamed locations, but land at them that are where the circle is landing. And if you can't figure that out, and then land at an unnamed location and start moving diagonally. If you move diagonally, it's going to allow you to take fights separately, which is a big thing. You can come behind people a lot more, and these are the fights that are going to matter once you start getting closer to the end game. At the start of the game, you're more likely to die and whatever. Fuck it, you just restart and you call it a day, restart or play a different game, whatever you want to do. But in the end game, if you start taking these and start wondering where the circle is and start going around the circle and not just running straight in the middle of the map and getting shot by a sniper or something, this is going to matter a lot more than if you were to not do these tips. I'll have you guys know that early game fights in this game, especially in solo, suck a lot more than quads. If you happen to land with a person, try to fight them first and not worry about anything else. And if you die, you die. Again, like I said before, just restart it. But like, they'll be very punishing if you don't deal with that person right away. Because again, there's 100 people that are on the map and 100 people are after you. It's not like duos where at least you have the other person trying to help you out. You got 100 people coming after you. And sort of like my Fortnite tips that I had before, that just deal with that person right away, get them out of there, and then be on your merry way. Yeah, and I know, guys, that solos can be very boring and painful and make you want to fucking end your life, but like, if you're ever like feeling like that and you're just like, fuck this game, you know what, just try to queue up with friends or just some randos and have some fun. Like, that's pretty much all this game's meant for, other than fucking, to me, just makes me rage all the time. But for you, just queue up with some randoms, queue up with some friends. Like, sometimes solos is just too much to think about. Like, that you always have to look around. You don't have more than one pair of eyes, so you can only look one direction. Bruh. And it just gets frustrating. So if you're ever at the point of boiling over, just queue up with some randos. That's always the fun. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video or thought any of this was remotely funny or useful, like, comment, subscribe, I guess that's what everyone says. But yeah, it's been your boy Turfakaboon, and I'll see you in the next video. Fuck, almost had a stroke. See you later, guys.